Again, my name is Andrew Patricia, and I'm going to be your presenter. Another one is LinkedIn. I don't know if any of you have used LinkedIn, but I think it's a great resource. Really, really superb, easy to use, easy to work with. But the most important thing, it lets you connect with different people across the world. So if I meet any important people, I had a very good example actually this morning, just before this webinar started. Somebody that I'd met at a conference a year ago, an author of a book and a great business owner. I met him at a conference and I thought, you know what, the easiest way to connect with this guy will probably be LinkedIn. So what I did is I went to LinkedIn, searched his name, and invited him to be part of my group. The great thing now is that on Friday he's coming into Toronto, so I'll be meeting with him for coffee. But the most important thing is, usually I would not be able to connect with the people like this quite easily, and LinkedIn helps me do this. And the great thing about LinkedIn is that it's free. So it's a great networking tool. It helps you get introduced to people that you need to be introduced to, so it works really well. Another thing is that you can find professionals. I had an example recently. What happened was I was looking for a publicist. We're no longer looking for one, just in case you thought we were, but we were looking for a publicist. So I went onto LinkedIn, typed in publicist, and it came up with a whole lot of different people that I could use. So it's a great little resource for that. Also, if you're looking for employees, let's say, for example, somebody comes in for an interview, and you just want to check out, are they really good? You can go onto LinkedIn, search their name, see who they connected with, and maybe ask them, to give them a referral, whatever it is like that. So the important thing is you can recruit employees or find people online. So I like it because it's really, really professional. The other thing that a lot of people don't realize is that on LinkedIn, the population is a little bit older, so if that's your target market. But most importantly, the majority of people on LinkedIn are C-level executives. So you're looking for CEOs, COOs, or any really senior executive, this is the place to go to. So you can connect with people. I'll give you another example. I had a client in Barrie that came to me and said to me, Andrew, actually connected with me on LinkedIn and then realized that I was linked somehow to somebody that was linked to somebody at Walmart. And he said to me, can you introduce me to this person? And it was a really simple process. I just introduced them, and there was a way that he connected with people online. So that's the great thing about LinkedIn. It's this whole network of people. So LinkedIn is free for the lower version, and then if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade to the a little bit more expensive version. I don't think it's much, about $12 or $15, maybe $20. If you look at it over here, for example, there's a list of my connections on there. I have, I believe, about 229. I can't see that number clearly, but I have about 229 connections. But most importantly, I have over 10,000 people connected via those connections to me. So it's a great way just to collect information. One of the questions I was asked earlier on is, how do I collect a database of people that I want to connect with? Maybe LinkedIn's your solution. Every time you meet somebody important, go online, put their details on, and invite them to connect with you, and then just communicate with them regularly, which is a simple rule, but a very, very important one when it comes to networking. So LinkedIn works really, really well, and it works really well for me. Actually, this project I'm working on in Russia, the guy connected with me on LinkedIn. I hadn't spoken to him for quite a while, connected with me, and now we're doing business, and it's really working well for us. Okay? Another one is Google Apps, and this is one of my favorites. I love the Google model, but just really some of their tools are really, really superb. And in BizLaunch over the last couple of months, we've gravitated over to Google. It was a little bit difficult in the beginning because there was a little bit of resistance from people in the office. We've been using a couple of other tools. But Gmail is a very good example. One of the things that I do is I travel a lot. But the nice thing about Gmail is I have access to all my email anywhere in the world. So I can arrive at your home, we can be chatting, and I can say to you, I just want to check my email. I can go to a computer, I can go to a library, I can work anywhere, and I have access to my email, which is a really, really great advantage nowadays, because a lot of us are working remotely. I can be in a Starbucks or a Second Cup or a Tim Hortons sitting down there, get online, and have direct access to my email. Another one that we use in BizLaunch that works quite well is the Google Talk. So I'm connected to people in my office. So if I'm running a seminar, say in Vancouver, and somebody needs to message me, they just connect with me directly, It works really, really well, so they know when I'm online, when I'm not online. And again, it saves me money because I don't have to spend money on telephone calls. So Google Calendar, another one that works really well. Google Docs Online is a great little resource where you can share files. So we do that in BizLaunch. We share files online. We can share documents. 2 or 3 of us can work on the same document at the same time. Works really well. Another one of my favorites is Google Analytics. This tool is really superb. We have it on our website, and regularly I'll go in and I'll check how many people have visited our website, where they're coming from, what words have they been searching for. And the great thing about Google Analytics is it's free. So speak to your web designer, ask them to install this on your website, and then just start monitoring things. It's really a great resource. Google Maps is another one. It works really, really well. When you're finding directions. Google Alerts is one that I use that I love. What I do is I put in BizLaunch into a Google Alert. So every single time anybody in the media speaks about BizLaunch, whether they say a positive or a negative thing, I know straight away, that somebody has said something about BizLaunch. I can either respond to it or I can do something about it. But the most important thing is that I can find out what's going on about my business. So I have Google Alerts for BizLaunch. I have Google Alerts for small business seminars, for entrepreneurs. So it keeps me up to date. It's a great little resource. And one of the recent ones that a lot of small businesses don't know about is Google Local. So what you can do is you can go onto a Google Map, go to Google Local, and you can actually put in a photograph of your business. You can put the opening hours, and you can even attach little coupons to it. So go and check it out. It's a great little resource, and again, it's free, and it works really, really well. So if you go online and look for BizLaunch, it'll be uploaded in the next couple of weeks. We will have a photograph of the front of our building, the opening hours, and a little bit of information about what we do. And the great thing about it, all these resources are free. So it's a great way to grow your business. Here's a couple of the resources: simple Google Alerts, blog search, Google Chrome is another one you can use. So there's really a lot of Google stuff that you can use. And they're good resources. They work really, really well. So I encourage you to do that. Just before we carry on, just remember on the right-hand side, if you have any questions, you're welcome to message me. And at the end of the session, what I'll do is I'll address all these questions. Also, I'll remind you later on to go to the Get Growing for Business website, where we have a couple of competitions where you can win some money, you can join groups, you can communicate with small business owners, and I'll remind you about that a little bit later on.